All right, if you could have sex with a single cast member from any of your seasons, who would it be? Welcome back to another episode of Pumped and Profitable, the show where the questions make you sweat more than the reps. Every week, I'm going to be joined by top athletes, entrepreneurs, and industry leaders to uncover the secrets that fuel their minds, bodies, and bank accounts. This week, I've got Sean McLaughlin. Sean, how are you?
Great, doing good.
Awesome. You might recognize Sean from things like the Bachelorette and Paradise and other reality TV. Sean, today we're going to be going through a few exercises, hitting you with some hard-hitting questions. What are you most excited for on the show?
Whew, let's have some fun. I think I'm most excited to kind of pick your brain on some things and hear some of your philosophies when training and just have fun. Send me some good content.
Awesome. Let's see if we can get some pissed off fans.
That won't be the first time.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So how'd you end up on the show? Was it someone reach out to you? Did you apply? What's the process like?
Actually, it's funny enough. My coworker, who was a big fan of the show, nominated me. And then I got a call from an LA number one day. And I was like, at that point, I knew nobody from LA. I answered, I was like, hey, this is Sean. They're like, hey, this is so-and-so from The Bachelorette. We want to cast you for the upcoming season. You want to have a conversation about it? And I thought, I was like, wait, you guys, is this fake? Like, you're trying to steal my credit card information? And then one thing led to another. It was like a 6-month process, ultimately like leading up to that. Yeah. Learning more about me, doing like video shoots, photo shoots,
and everything like that.
And then you get cast and you show up at the mansion the first day. And it's crazy. Yeah.
That's unreal. So you got to send a thank you note to your coworker.
Oh, she's well aware how grateful I am with her. I still keep in touch. She's great. She just moved to DC actually.
So what's it like the day you get there?
Crazy. You know, I didn't come from a background where you're on camera, right? So you go from 0 to 100 real quick, where you go from a normal person, I was selling software, you get thrown into the first day and there's cameras everywhere. Like if we had this conversation, it'd be like 6 cameras around.
Up in your face all the time?
Yeah,
like, really?
Yeah, it's really unique at first, but I think it's one of those things where it's so in your face at first that within a couple hours, you're pretty comfortable.
Is it tricky to like block that out? Like, or does it feel weird in the beginning? Like, or you feel like you're inauthentic a little bit?
I wouldn't say inauthentic, it's just a weird thing to deal with at first. Right. But usually you can block it out within a couple hours and then it's always there, so it becomes natural when you're filming. Plus you don't have your phone or anything, so you're in the moment and like you just become really comfortable with it.
So how long do they take your phone? We've talked about that where you say there's literally no phones the whole time?
Yeah, the entire filming process, no phones. Which honestly was the best part of this. Like the first day sucks and then eventually you just get accustomed to not having the phone and it's really freeing, it's great. I miss that, truthfully. So what's your like training philosophy? Like how many reps and sets are you doing and stuff like this?
I used to do the bro split, you know, chest, back, buys, tries, whatever.
Like every guy starts off like that, you know?
Chest, tries, back, buys, but I like this. This has been my favorite one so far just because I know I shouldn't train as often as I do. Yeah. It's actually probably worse for me, but like I will go insane if I don't. Yeah. Because if I'm doing these 12, 14-hour days and I don't like exude some sort of force, like I'm gonna go nuts. What's the workout like when you're on the show? Like, do you really get a moment to do it, or does everyone just kind of get uglier as they go?
Basically, you get a little bit uglier as you go. What's funny is like it's all controlled, right? Like, when we show up there, like, oh, they obviously gonna let us work out. Like they're gonna have a gym there. It's a reality TV show. Like we want to look good, and the filming schedule is just so planned out that some days you'd be able to get up and get a workout in, and some days it's like, nope, get ready, get going, we gotta film. Yeah. Paradise was weird because like the resort we were at filming, there wasn't like a gym. So we brought down like, I don't know, there was like a 20-pound dumbbells.
Everybody gets a turn on the dumbbells.
Yeah, literally. Like bands were like hanging from like the pergola type thing, like doing pull-ups. But yeah, that was like the one thing I missed most was just like the routine. Yeah. Because like you get so thrown off your routine when you're filming, and depending on the day, it's like, you could be filming all day, you could be doing nothing all day, it just depends.
Feel me? I think niggas is trying to kill me. Picturing pistols, spitting hollow points and they drill me. Keeping it real, and even if I do
I've always thought too, it's like, for me, it's all, like I like leanness, but I want to put on more muscle. So like that healthy medium, like, hey, how am I putting on more muscle but staying like relatively low body fat?
That's the dream, right? Yeah. Is, you know, put on muscle, lose and lose body fat.
Like I always, when I'm working out, I'm always thinking like, I don't know, Brad Pitt in Troy or like Christian Bale in American Psycho. Like that's the type of physique that I look for, yeah.
Are there elements of the show where you think it's specifically designed to like drive you guys nuts?
Oh, for sure. Some of them, definitely. They made us wait up all night one time for like no reason. I mean, they're like, all right, you're good, you can go to bed. We're like,
you
all
guys
right.
sleep deprived,
yeah.
they wanted you to be a little delirious?
Yeah. But I mean, like, that's all, like, what's funny enough is like when you're going through the show, I think they have ideas and plans of stuff to happen, and just whether or not it comes to fruition, because it's reality TV. It's a little bit, it's not scripted, but you kind of got to plan things out. So, you know, they got to be very flexible with like what they're doing, because some of the stuff that they want to happen may not happen. They have to pivot. So I was always like, go with the flow and make it work, whatever. I was pretty easy. Some people like go crazy in that environment, and I see why, but I was able to manage it okay. Still had some slip ups, but.
Yeah, pick it up. Money kind of feeling heavy when I lift it up. Yeah, they throwing dirt on my name, watch me kick it up.
What have you been on so far? What's your current stack? I know you've come into our office, we got you set up with a program. What are you taking right now?
So you're gonna have to go through the program you guys got me on, because I'm loving it so far, but I haven't memorized it quite yet. The one I was taking before was BPC 157, CJC, Epimorelin, and then some melanotan. And I've been taking that for about like 3 to 4 months now.
How do you like the melanotan? You look dark.
Dude, I'm almost too dark right now. It's pretty crazy.
And you're Irish by nature, right?
I am.
So for you to be tan is pretty impressive. That melanotan works, huh?
I need my last name's McLaughlin, but I don't see Irish people that are this tan. So
No.
melanotan's doing its job. But yeah, the one thing I know, like couple days in, and I think too, is like I wasn't like out of testosterone. I think just having my body increase its production.
Right.
Coupled with the stack you guys got me on, it's like had me feeling like within 5 days a difference.
Yeah.
And like the fatigue that I had mentioned when you came in and did like a discovery session with your Dr. Sean, great name by the way. I legitimately like, I would do my work all day and like I'm pretty focused throughout the day, but I would be done at like 6 and just be exhausted. Like if I sat on the couch, I would fall asleep. I'm like, I'm 27 years old. I'm taking naps, so like I'm not really getting the most out of it.
So many people think that's normal because they're like, oh, I just get tired at the end of the day. It's like, you know, you're not supposed to, but they don't know that they're not supposed to. And they start loading up with coffee, energy drinks, all this stuff. When really, you know, if they just fix their hormones, like they wouldn't need it.
Count up the loot, call up the troops. We coming through.
I like to do these, I'm not exactly sure what to call it. Kind of like a lat pull down, but not really.
Like straight arm lat pull down? Yeah.
This is my favorite back exercise. I think this is what gets it the leanest. Not leanest, but like it gives it the most definition.
That's always the worst when you're going down to change the stack. Just make me feel like less of a man.
So I try to keep the arm straight, and basically if you keep your arm straight the whole time and then just try to bring your elbows like parallel with your hips, that's really all it is.
Yeah.
Would you say you get recognized pretty often outside of like just in the everyday world?
Yeah, I mean like it happens more often like when it's airing and like right after it airs. I mean like
So like, when was the last time someone recognized you in public?
Last night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do they say?
It's
I'm
funny.
such a big fan, or like
Depends. Some of
you
them try
suck.
to play. Yeah, I mean, no one's ever came up and said I suck. They just DM me that or like tweet about it. Yeah.
You get some hate comments?
Everyone does. So
Yeah.
like, you could be freaking the Pope and you're getting hate comments, you know?
I can't imagine what that's like. Like I even think about like our page. We're not big in the slightest. Like we're not shit. We're a speck, you know, on a giant landscape, and we get recognized. So it's like, and I never thought we would walk down the streets of Tampa and people are like, hey, like you're the overtime guys.
Yeah, what do they tell Julian? He's like, yo, you're the dude with the small dick.
Yeah. That video we made. Yeah, you're gonna be the guy with the small dick now, but you know, they'll recognize us from our most popular ones. A lot of times I'm wearing the doctor coat. They're like, oh, you're like the doctor guy. I'm like,
yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, like how do you even know that?
Yeah.
So I can't imagine what it's like to someone be on like a full-fledged TV show, get hundreds of thousands of followers. Like it's probably a pretty heavy weight to carry.
I think it's like, you don't know if it's gonna happen when you sign up for the show or do the show, right? And like, it's 0 to 100 like real quick. So I think that's the tough part that people have to manage. And as long as you just stay true to yourself and like, keep the people that you had before it around you.
Now we can start doing the fun stuff. Do a couple biceps and we'll get you running.
Oh, we're running?
No, not actual running. How often would you say you drink now, and were you ever like a full-on like real party animal?
When I first moved down to Tampa, I would say it was like Friday, Saturday, every weekend.
Yeah.
And
What was your bar of choice?
Ooh, I mean, at that point, I was like 23. We would go to saloon, we'd go to McDonald's, we'd
You
go
were
to
a
Bar
Soho
Howard.
gremlin?
I was a Soho gremlin for a little bit.
And how often would you say you're going out now?
I try to limit to like 1 or 2 days a week, if that.
Yeah.
And some days I'll go like 3 weeks without drinking, and some weeks I'll go like 4 days in a row. Like,
Right.
just however I'm feeling.
However it happens. How many dates would you say you're going on a week right now?
I mean, less than 1 a week.
Less than 1 a week?
Yeah, less than 1 a
What's the
week.
monthly average?
Depends on what you consider a date, you know?
You and another woman who your end goal is a romantic step forward.
Encounter?
Yeah.
If that's the case, I don't know. Once a week, maybe.
Once a week?
Once a week.
Feel it in the bicep?
Yeah.
Perfect. So when you asked what's my favorite bicep exercise, this is probably up there.
Oh, really?
This is probably number 2. I still love the arm blaster, but
Yeah.
this one, because it does the whole motion, so you get the top and the bottom,
Yeah.
which a lot of bicep exercises, you're either getting one or the other.
Yep.
You know, like guys used to do like 21s, they would
Yeah,
go
yeah, yeah.
7, 7.
That was
and then,
like high school shit,
yeah.
man, honestly.
So like this, you'll get the whole motion all the way down. All right, Sean, we're entering my favorite part of the show. How's the workout been so far?
Workout's been great, got a good pump, but I'm pretty nervous for what's about to come.
This is hands down my favorite part of the show. This segment is called the Gauntlet. This is where I put you through a rigorous part of exercise, so each stage is gonna have a different movement. During those movements, I'm gonna ask you the hardest hitting questions. Everything we've done to this point has been more of a warm-up. These are gonna be the ones that are a little tougher to answer. All right, so here's how the Gauntlet works. We're gonna go in 4 stations. The first section being 25 push-ups. After that, we're gonna move over to 25 sit-ups. Next is 25 jump squats.
Okay.
Finishing with 25 burpees and then a sprint to the finish line at the end. And we're gonna time you
All right.
and see how you fare against our other competitors.
Shouldn't have had like 10 beers last night. This might come up after it, so we'll see.
We're gonna start the timer in 3, 2, 1. 25 push-ups. All right, first question. Who was the most shocking person to end up in your DMs?
Ooh, shocking person?
Who would people not expect?
Oh, I don't necessarily know if you would know these people. The most interesting was Chelsea Cutler, who's an artist. Yeah, I love her. She's amazing. She was a fan of the show, and we ended up like connecting, went to her concert. That was really cool.
Any
That was
romantic
the funnest part.
interest there or what?
No, just friends, just friends.
All right, question number 2. Who was the worst person off camera?
Oh man. All right, Paradise.
Halfway done.
A girl named Eliza. I actually enjoyed filming with her. She got engaged to one of my good friends. After they got engaged, she literally moved out of the country, never talked to him again. So yeah, she sucked off camera, but I liked it when we were filming.
5 more. Doing great so far. We are at 115, 116. All right, move it over. All right, 25 jump squats. These ones are tough. If you could have sex with a single cast member from any of your seasons, who would it be?
Well, I'm assuming it's not from the Bachelorette, because that was all guys.
That was all dudes, right?
Ooh, any
I
member?
mean, you can pick whatever way you swing, but
Oh no, I'll go with Jess. She's cool.
why? Why
She
her?
was attracted. I was attracted to her.
She was the best looking?
Yeah, she was great.
Awesome. All right, we are sitting at 149. We're moving right along.
Okay. Oh no, I'm not done yet.
Not
Shit.
done yet. Who's one person on the show you would never do another season with?
I'd probably do one with all of them, honestly. I didn't like this guy named Peter who was on Paradise, but other than that,
No bad blood?
no bad blood. I'm not done yet. Holy fuck.
A couple more. All right, move it over. 25 burpees. Now this is the tough one.
Shit.
We'll count them out, make sure. 1, did you have trouble maintaining a sex life after the show, or did it become easier?
Way easier.
Way easier? And were those mostly with fans, or were those from people that haven't heard of you before?
Healthy mix.
How would you say the dynamic changes when you're dating a fan versus just a regular person?
About
About halfway done.
I don't know. They asked about the show a lot. Might be more interested in that then.
Almost done. We got about 10 left. I'm gonna meet you down at the finish line here shortly. We're clocking in 3:15. We're moving right along. Last question, was there ever a moment on any of the shows where you felt like the villain?
Yeah. First one for one season. I came in singing and dancing after a date. Thought it'd be funny. All the guys hated it.
They didn't like it?
No.
You were the outcast. 5 more. I'm gonna meet you down here at the finish line. All right, run it down.
Oh shit. My legs are so heavy.
Beautiful. 3:55. Okay, you've made it through the gauntlet. The name of the show is Pumped and Profitable. If you could tell the audience one thing, one way to stay pumped or profitable, what would it be?
Always have confidence in yourself, have a vision, and then it's all about working way to achieve that. I like to work backwards in life, like what's my end goal, and then work through the steps to take to get there. Fuck, I'm out of breath.
Great answer. Now what's next for you? Anything in the works? Anything you want to tell anybody?
Couple things I'm working on right now that should be coming to fruition pretty shortly. Can't necessarily say what they are, but I'll be excited to see if it works out, and I don't know, you might see more of me soon. We'll see.
Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on the show. You've been fantastic. Great job.
Thanks,
we'll
bro.
throw your name on the leaderboard and we'll show you where you
I'm
landed.
gonna puke right now.
All right, guys, that's it. Tune in next week.
Been spending most of their lives living